Right, hey, I think we're ready to start. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. Welcome. It's April 22nd. It is Earth Day. Hope everyone is feeling suitably green. It's fine Saturday. It's chilly here. Chilly here in Colorado. Howdy, Doc. What's up? Great timing today. Welcome, Lumia, Mirabla, Lock 6. Is that how I say your name? Welcome aboard, by the way. Lock 6, or correct me if I'm mangling your name there. King Bob! What's up? Let's go, let's go, let's go! What's up, Bob? Welcome, man. On cup of coffee number 3, which means I am only 15 cups behind Lamia. Hey. Lock 6, thank you. So yesterday was pretty awesome. Not only did free the divine beast, Varuta, but it was just fun all around. Started early, went late. Controllers died right at the end. Finally managed to parry a Guardian's beam. It was very good stuff. Thank you for the host love rolling in. Auto host from Rexa, Tinkerbell, Fluffy Bunny, and Player One Live. Thank you so much. How is everyone doing today? What is everyone doing today? Green Leader, auto hosting, thank you. Anyways, we are still in Zora's domain, and when you do free a divine beast, everybody's pretty grateful to you in that area. So we should probably run around before going anywhere else. Catch up with a few of the fish people. Lots of Zora might have something to say. Few people were really salty about Link having been involved 100 years ago with Mipha being lost in a fight. A lot of people blame Link for that, but now that he's saved Zora domain, maybe they'll be a little nicer. Old Snake, Hypnotic Chronic, auto hosting, thank you. Silver Shield, I don't have room for anything right now. But again, if you pop a chest and you can't hold what's inside, as far as I know, you are always safe to walk away from the chest. Chest will stay there, loot will stay there until you are ready. We got this nice fine light scale trident yesterday. Only 22 damage, but I think it does lightning damage. You're doing fantastic. That is so good. Lamia, I'm glad you're doing fantastic. I hope everyone has a little bit of fantastic today. Before we go talk to, what's his fishy name? About the stone tablets with the history of the Zora. Poor foe says, hey, Alien, to think you were able to appease Ruta? You turned out to be a pretty incredible guy. In fact, I wonder if you can do this too. Man, you do one good deed and then everybody asks for help. Exterminate the Hinox by Rallis Pond. We surely will. Okay, in that case, give it a try. For he who saved the domain, this should be a piece of fish cake. Go on, counting on you. Giant of Rallis Pond. One of the best things about what we accomplished yesterday was getting some extra heart containers, opening up a second fairy fountain, upgrading a few pieces of gear. I'd love to spend today unlocking some towers, some maps, getting a hold of some more gear and starting to upgrade it. Forget fish people, where are the crab people? Crab people, crab people. What's up, Woo? Welcome, man. I was pleased to hear that you were able to put in some time in Zelda without pulling your hair out, so to speak. But I hope that improves, continues to. Climber's gear would be great to get that beefed up today, but we're gonna need electric key swings and some other things. So I think we'll be wearing our strongest set for now. We'll be running around in the Zora gear, except while we're climbing. But maybe we can pick up some more gear today. Maybe we can do some more upgrades today. While we managed to unlock the Akala map, we haven't been up to the second tech lab. Really like to get the second stasis upgrade. If we can somehow come across 2 more ancient cores fighting guardians, Maybe we get some blood moons and we go back to some of the test of strength shrines that we've already discovered. If we get lucky, we get a couple cores. I think no Divine Beast today. I mean, we might make it to a few areas. It would be cool to get near Death Mountain. I don't know if we can get down into the desert. But let's wander, let's explore. Let's gear up. And I'm very open to any suggestions you might have about where we might go today. We are starting early. We were going to start at noon my time. But I was sitting here in a cold house, and I was getting kind of bored, getting kind of antsy to start. I was just watching the time go by. I catch myself watching the time go by before a stream. Why not start and stream? So, where to? Where to? What do we mark this as? This was, let's go here first. This spot we marked yesterday. One of the 12 memories that Link needs to recall.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Woo! Hey, Seven, what's up? He was bored. Yeah, I get bored too, but there's no excuse for being bored. It's not like I don't have things that I should do. Doesn't mean I want to do them. I want to be here. I want to do this. And here we are. But Pakango the painter, who appears in some of the towns and villages, we showed him a picture of the Great Fairy Fountain, and now he's willing to give us a little something. If we show him one of our 12 location pictures, there's a good chance he will be able to tell us where we need to go. And he did. He told us where this one is. That it was northwest of the Nadra snowfield, west of this Mount Lanayru, and it's by the east gate. So let's head that way, and after we uncover a memory, we can go talk to Impa about that. We've now got the Divine Beast Varuta as a travel point. This is a great way to get up high if we want to leap off and fly in a few different directions. We can do that very easily from up by Divine Beast Varuta. Shower fresh, ready to lurk control, sir. I am preparing to be trolled, sir. I don't know what the best way to approach this is. We don't seem to have any shrines nearby. This is on the far side of Mount Lanayru and down the cliff face a ways, so we won't be able to just climb up and head over. I don't know what the best way to approach that is. See, we left our first horse there. There was a ice-wielding Lionel running around in this area. But we had to bail pretty quickly. Although we did try to take one on for a little while. Weren't quite beefed up enough for that. Not yet. Steven, how are you doing? Yeah, we did. The Divine Beast Varuta yesterday. You fell asleep. It's alright. We went kind of late. The batteries and the Joy-Cons were dying, beeping at us throughout all the puzzles in the Divine Beast. And right as I went to the closeout screen for the stream, the right Joy-Con finally died. I remembered to charge them last night, though, so we should be good. Yeah, it was fun. I didn't do particularly well in the boss fight. It was kind of sloppy. I took a 3rd tier damage buff and just let loose a whole bunch of arrows. It did the trick. But Tyler, you just got here. You just got here. I should go. No, you shouldn't. You should stay. We'll bang, okay? Alright. Where are we gonna start from? Let's go up to the Divine Beast. Let's just start up there. This won't really let us sail down towards the east gate. But it'll give us a hell of a view. Maybe we'll do something else instead when we see it from up there. Yeah, you can't have missed too much. Can't have missed too much. Yeah, Bob, that mango makes for some good snacking. Divine Beast is working for us now. If you actually try to approach the beast, I think we get kind of warped away from it. Even though it's a travel point, it's not so you can revisit the beast. Hell of a spot, though. Where should we go? Now that Varuta has been freed, he's training his beam on Hyrule Castle. Before we go to that castle, it's gonna be a ways off. We're gonna want to deal with the other 3 divine beasts. It's not actually required that you free the divine beast to go after Ganon. A good reason to, though. Few good reasons to. What's off to the south? I don't know how far we can get just by jumping off here to the south. I think the east gate that we need to get to is on the far side of this range there. Shrines we can spot from up here. Fly down towards one. I don't think we're sitting on any. I don't think we're sitting on any orbs. Spent most of the Korok seeds I had, and Estu is now off to the Korok forest. Might be able to go up there today. We push to the north. I could try. I could be successful at getting you a link, though. Probably work better than trying to stuff it in the router. We can gather enough materials to make a... I got too close to the Divine Beast. We're gonna get warped 20 feet away. It's kind of weird. Psycho Baldrian, what's up? What's up? But I wanted to jump off to the south. I didn't even talk to the scholar about the stones, did I? Got all punchy and warped away. Oh well. We'll go back to Zora's Domain at some point. Part of what excites me about I don't want to call it leveling, but gearing up and getting some extra health yesterday is how much more freely we're going to be able to explore, and that we're just a little bit hardier than we were. Hey, there's a shrine. There's a shrine. Now we got a place to start. This is a big air current just kicked in. And we're going against the wind, and I'm barely making any forward progress. Not good. That is not good. We really need to at least be over land before we run out of stamina. Oh, jeez. Where's your buddy? Where's your buddy? Holy Zalfo's tails. We're gonna need a lot of those. We're gonna need plain ones, icy ones, the red ones, yellow ones. It's boomerang. You know I'm terrible with boomerangs. I don't know if I want to drop anything for it though. Even this little 10 damage Guardian Spear I'd almost rather have that than a boomerang. At least you can use boomerangs as melee weapons. Hot Wheels, what's up? Good morning. It's good to see you right at the start of the stream. Well, we're here for the shrine. Oh, this guy. How is it this guy didn't see me until just now? We need to start buying arrows. Oh, man. Uh-oh. K3, welcome, welcome. Got to be one of the most relaxing games I have ever played. And those are thorns. Or yikes. Watch where you're going, eh? Little trolley, I don't remember this little thorny maze. I think if we can get to that stone pillar, we can jump down onto the shrine. Even though I was informed, having not been able to figure out somehow that a lot of thorns will burn, don't think these count. I don't know, would these burn? This looks like a lot of dry grass. If I set this grass on fire, it's gonna burn. It's gonna create an updraft. Might be able to drift into the shrine, but I guess we don't need to, huh? Right on, Kithri. You're heading off to Subway for lunch. What do you get from Subway? So this light scale trident is the first of the champion weapons that we've got. They are generally more powerful than a lot of equivalent weapons. This is probably the weakest of the champion weapons. It's a 22 damage spear, but spears are great in this game. Just being able to hit things without getting into their melee range. And if it breaks, it is replaceable. You can't technically repair anything in this game. Some of those special weapons can be replaced once they break. BLT. I say BLT. Ham, turkey, or BLT. Go with the BLT. 5 flames. Is that our clue for this shrine? I do remember this shrine. Not a precise solution. But hitting these switches, these 3 orange switches here, will have an effect on this block in the middle. 5 flames. 5 flames. Like we'll be able to pull that chest down with magnesis when we get over that way. Ty, you itching for a switch? I really hope they make them more available. Sure they won't do anything silly like they did with the classic, just pulling production. Obviously the Switch is going to be around for a while, but sure seems like Nintendo's had some production issues lately. Why can't they produce enough to meet demand? And I bet a bomb arrow would bring those platforms down. Might even be able to set fire to those platforms, but we could just see a tiny bit of the chest from the right angle and close enough. We could pull it down with magnesis. What am I doing on Let loose one fire arrow. See the vines along the wall here? Those will burn too. There are shrines which have plenty of little secrets hidden in the walls behind vines that just kind of blend in. Got your haircut today. Rock and roll. Mohawk. Yeah, not really going to be able to pull that other chest down if I can't get a good view of it. That's silly. Let's try working on the puzzle. Problem here, that water jet that is gonna put out the 5 flames as we try to light them. Less can't, more won't. Yeah, more won't. That's part of why it's such a mystery. Everyone's trying to reason out why they would do this. And there are plausible reasons, but it still doesn't just make sense. It seems so off. To be able to reclaim these arrows. So we need to take this flame and somehow use it to light 1, 2, and then 3. What's the 4th? What's the 5th? Maybe on the far side here. But mostly we need to spin that wheel in the middle. Spin the block in the middle. There's the 5th. And the trick is to avoid having this water jet hit any of the flames you've lit, or it sort of screws up the puzzle. I don't actually know a sequence to go through. I will mostly be doing this at random. When did I just hit? I think I just hit this one. Really nice being able to reclaim your arrows. Okay, so I can't just spin it in that direction because the flame will get dipped in the water. Let's go once more in that direction. Arrows back. I was looking for. Shit, wrong way. Yeah, I should just kind of wing it here. Sure, there's an easy, logical way to turn this, but this kind of spatial puzzle really scrambles my brain. How do I know which way it's going to turn? Just when I think I understand that if I hit this, it'll turn like this, it doesn't. I have to rotate. Is it apparent to you? Do you see something about these different switches that make it clear which way the block is going to turn? Hit them. Not what I was looking for. If I hit the same one again, it'll turn the same way again, won't it? But... I'm gonna burn this 20-something damage bow. I don't have a throwaway bow here. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Don't think we have the one on the back side. There seem to be arrows on the switches indicating which way it will turn. So I was looking at those. I'm wondering that too. Do they indicate clearly? Let's look at those arrows and see if we can use that to our advantage. Okay, I don't want to use the down arrow because I don't want to rotate the water spout into this flame. Don't want that. I want to turn it So let's see if this works consistently. I think you might be right, Kithri, and that could be good. We might be almost there if we have arrows that are accommodating. Got the one on top. I think if we just keep rotating it, we're gonna get it in just a sec. Thank you, Kithri. Even though I kind of got the impression that those could be the arrows we needed. Is that it? Yes! I needed you to back me up. I needed you to suggest it before I could lock in on that idea. Use one bomb arrow here. I have to pull out another bow for it. Well, that would have been a better bow to use. Again, you can check the map to see if you've gotten all the chests in the shrine. If you look at the name of the shrine on the world map, if you've gotten all the chests, there will be a little chest symbol next to the name. We'll make an example here of one that doesn't have that. There's at least one shrine somewhere that had a weapon in it. We're gonna just save for later. One of the dueling peak shrines. There we go. If you look at this shrine, there's no chest symbol next to the name of it on the world map. Tell you didn't get all the loot. You can always come back for. Sometimes you'd have to run through the puzzle again. Depends on where the chest is hiding. Gecko, auto hosting, thank you. Shooting stars. You see one land, head to the place it landed. There is something to pick up. Very useful. I'm gonna say later in the game. Doesn't have to be later in the game, but KG! Good morning. Thank you for the host. You're out there. Welcome, welcome. Show the map again. You bet. So we are just southeast of Zora Domain. Well, I guess we're due south of Zora's Domain. That show you what you were looking for? See if we can make our way south to the gate there. Being able to reclaim arrows that monsters shoot at you, that's a nice touch too. Like a heck of a breeze. Not an updraft, but a pretty strong breeze. You can definitely ride that wind. Tyler! Ty, thank you for the host, man. I'd like to purchase the stealth gear today. We're gonna need, I don't know, somewhere short of 2,000 rupees, or about 2,000 rupees. to buy that from the store in Kakariko Village. Kid 3 quoting Hermione. Hermione, logical mind can see past extraneous details. Most indubitably. These Alphos do love to do their whole camo thing. I was hoping to sneak up on them. Maybe we still can. Maybe. But without stealth gear, and without taking a potion of some sort, make a lot of noise. He doesn't seem to see me yet, though. I think he's just pretending. Oh, he did. Oh boy. There are fire and ice breathing Lizalfos, and a nice sword. We gotta pick this thing up. It's where you get the icy tails and the red tails and the yellow tails for ones that spit electricity. Is that really what they do? This is the sword that's laying on the ground. I'd love to pick up another one. We gotta drop something for it. Drop the sledgehammer and pick up another one back at our home to be in Hiteno. How's that going, Tyler? Link to the Past, 3DS. That's one of the Zelda games I never finished. I mean, great game. I never did finish. Hello, Simpika. Happy Saturday. How's your Saturday starting off? South. I wanted to head south. Let's not worry about those guys. We have to make it past this small mountain range. Is that one you've played before, or beat before? Can't wait till we have the gear we need to go off into the snowy mountains. I'm doing well today, Simpika. I'm just glad to be here, taking it easy. It's been a long time since I felt like I want to spend more time sitting in this chair rather than needing to get out of it. I don't want to jinx it, but it's starting to feel a lot more doable. Putting in extra hours. I'm probably going to stick with a 4 or 5 hour stream length this coming week. But yesterday, wanting to start early today, it feels really good wanting to put in that extra time. Kind of feeling like I can. And let's not go over these mountains. Let's along the edge of the bay here. Thought you could hide from me, eh? Rivali was reminding me yesterday, take pictures of things, especially if they show with question marks. Be sure I haven't seen one before, don't have a picture of it yet. I'll try and stay in the habit of doing that. Ty, you basically played no Zelda besides Ocarina? Well, you got a lot of good games waiting for you. Rushrooms seem to be plentiful, but swift violets, which also grow on cliff sides, not as plentiful. From a distance, I often confuse the rushrooms for swift violets, and I would have climbed up that rock if it was a violet. This may not work so well. If I were better at reading my topography on a map here, I'd have seen that this is a pretty steep cliff face, and we can't just come around the side of the bay to the east gate. We're gonna have to get up at some point. Might have a better chance going up right around here. Our spiffy climbing gear. Can you tell how much faster he moves? Might not be easy to tell just looking at it, but he's climbing a heck of a lot faster than he does without this gear. How many hearts did we end up with yesterday? We've got 8 actual heart containers. Not enough to go after the Master Sword yet. I think we're going up this way. Hello, Rex, hello. Do you need a hero? Not a good place to try and catch Link's breath. He is defeating boredom. Yes, this is the important job I have, is to defeat boredom at every turn. The one part of my body that is not so quick to get used to streaming again, it seems, is my throat, is my voice. I can really feel the difference. And the difference between 4 hours and 5 and 6 hours. Just talking almost constantly for hours on end, and I really feel it. I think we're going to be able to drop down on the east gate, and our first of Link's memories to recall, and we can go talk to Impa about it. Probably can't see him from up here. There is an ice-wielding Lionel down there somewhere. And that glowy spot right there is what you are looking for. You're going after memories, the Link to recall. So he has these 12 memories that he's lost, that he needs to recover. And each of them represent a spot out in the world. A photo that Zelda took of a spot out in the world. And the presumption is that Link, being her favorite champion, must have been with her when she took a lot of these pictures. So some of them are easier to find looking at the world map. Some of them are impossible to find just by looking at the world map, and you need to be in a certain area. Maybe it starts to look familiar, and you check the album, and like, hey, I've almost got that view right now. Let me find the spot. But Pikango, the painter who's in Kakariko Village and will show up in some other places, if you see Pikango, he can tell you whereabouts to find some of these. Shadow Dragon, hello. Yeah, early start again. Since I'm starting early and not ending early, I didn't want to commit to spending that extra time. I'm really not sure where my body's at with all of this. I'm taking it day by day. I'm not planning to bump the streams up to 6 hours on the schedule yet. Not doing that yet. But I might still want to do that. I either have to start early or run late or a little bit of both if I want that extra time. Welcome, Shadow Dragon. Happy Saturday. Happy Earth Day.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. How'd everything go up there on the mountain?
So you didn't feel anything? No power at all?
I'm sorry, no.
Then let's move on. You've done all you could. Feeling sorry for yourself won't be of any help. After all, it's not like your last shot was up there on Mount Lanayru. Anything could finally spark the power to seal Ganon away. We just have to keep looking for that thing.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
If I may, I thought you... well, I'm not sure how to put this into words. I'm actually quite embarrassed to say it. But I was thinking about what I do when I'm healing. You know, what usually goes through my mind. It helps when I think about...
She was gonna say something dirty, wasn't she?
It's here.
This is it, then.
Are you sure?
Positive.
It's awake. Ganon.
Let's stop wasting time. We're gonna need everything we got to take that thing down. Now, champions, to your divine beasts, show that swirling swine who's boss. Link will need to meet Ganon head-on when we attack. This needs to be a unified assault. Little guy, you get to Hyrule Castle. You can count on us for support, but it's up to you to pound Ganon into oblivion.
Come, we should go. We need to get you someplace safe.
We should go.
No. I'm not a child anymore. I may not be much use on the battlefield. But there must be something I can do to help.
Eva. In case you didn't figure it out, you don't find these memories in any particular order. You find the memory you find. Each spot has a particular memory. So, that was 10. 12 memories, or was that 15? Mipha's torch. Mipha's touch. Excuse me. Mipha's touch. It's much better than her torch. So that was 15 of 18 memories. 12 that go with the album. 12 that you need to find for that quest. But 18 memories that are effectively in sequence, but you don't find them in sequence. We just saw number 15. You still have a damage buff. Do you want to try going after the Lionel that's here? I'm really low on arrows, but we could try it. Don't really have suitable armor. Weapons are okay. I mean, I've even got a 60 damage battle axe. Might be good to try it out here. Ah, you did. Excellent, Revelli. I love that one. Actually, sorry, I got momentarily confused. The Gerudo one is really good. There's some very cool stuff in the desert out there after you've dealt with the divine beast in the desert. But I sort of read Goron in my head. You said Gerudo. I really like the end of the Goron quest line. Surprisingly touching cutscene of that, but I won't spoil. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Shield's not going to do me much good here. You can see how low I am on arrows. Maybe the shock arrows we have left over will do some good against the Lionel here. The Zora armor, just because it's the strongest armor I've got at the moment. Ever get pictures of peppers? I guess I did. If we could just get 2 more ancient cores, it would be ideal, though. If we get 2 more ancient cores today, then we could upgrade the stasis rune. And that will make Guardian fights, Lionel fights, a lot of fights, a heck of a lot easier. Ah, Hot Wheels. No kidding, right? We ready for this? I don't know if Wolf Link with just 3 hearts would help too much in this fight. Would he serve as a good distraction? Would he just get killed really quickly? There's a traveler in Hateno Village who sells Guardian parts. I don't think I ever met that NPC. Do they sell all the Guardian parts or just some of them? Sure gonna need a lot in the end. Alright, let's try this. Got 4 and 20 to take down this Lionel. The bomb arrows I'm carrying are not plentiful either. I'm gonna stick with this knight's bow I'm already using. 2 bomb arrows. But a bomb arrow to the face of a Lionel is a good way to bring him down to his knees. Seriously, they sell cores for 320? Well, I am game. I want. Well, we're off to a great start. We do have Mipha's Grace now, though. And there it is. It'll work before fairies. You get some bonus hearts, and you're brought back to life. right above his head. If I felt I could flurry dodge a little better, let's try. Let's see if I can possibly dodge at the right time. This is one of the weaker Lionels, even though I'm getting my ass handed to me. It is one of the weaker Lionels. Some extra hearts here. Classic arrow to the knee. Yes, if you attack his legs, you can effectively bring him down. I think you should be able to mount the Lionel not just if you stun him, but if you even get a good position behind him. Oh, he's just working me over. Panic fire! Panic fire! Or when he races past you like that. That's the one that's probably easier to dodge. Let's see if I can manage. Oh, he broke my shield because I was actually holding it up. This is not good. I'm not managing the flurry attack from a good dodge. Not at all. You are too slow at the moment, or no, it's more accuracy and timing. Yeah, I am too slow, not Link. And I've never mastered. There we go. That's what I've been trying to do. That and stun him so you can climb on his back. But if you can master that, it's really not too bad. You can tell, I sure haven't mastered that. Charge me! Not like that. There we go. That's the other thing I was trying to do. He's gonna be mine. Ha! He's just busting up my shields. Uh-oh. I wanted the updraft and the grass burned too fast. I was gonna fly up into the air and try to land a couple arrows. Well, we're gonna get him, but shouldn't be this sloppy. He'll spit 3 fireballs. So you kind of have to run and keep running. So almost dead, but I am going down too fast. Lionel Horn, 10 ice arrows, shield to replace one of the ones I lost, 20 ice arrows. Alright, so this Lionel bow fires 3 arrows, only uses 1 but fires 3 arrows. It's the weakest of the bows that fire multiple arrows. But there are much better Lionel bows. In fact, the Savage Lionel bow is one of the best bows in the game. And a sword. I'm gonna drop to make room for that sword. Thanks! Picks for you. I don't know what I want to drop for that. I know that this Knight's Claymore has most of its durability still. I wish the indicators for how much weapon durability remains were a little clearer. All you get is this little gold sparkle when they're pristine. silver sparkle after a couple hits, and then no sparkle, and you don't get any other indication until it's almost broken when it starts flashing red. Broadsword is probably halfway used. Those Lionels will respawn in a blood moon. Antonok, what's up? Rupees and all. Nice emotes. Very nice emotes. How you doing, Antonok? Hey, that Inox isn't the one we were just tasked with taking down, was it? Purifier Lake. Giant of Rallis Pond was the one we were asked to take down. We could still fight this Hinox, but I don't have any more damage buffs. We could still do it, but I don't want to bust up all my weapons here. This is where I left my horse. This horse was really disagreeable yesterday. It just did not want to play along. We also cannot take the horse that way. Where are we off to? I want to try and uncover some new areas of the map. Oh, we gotta go talk to Impa. I gotta go talk to Impa now that we've covered at least one memory. A horse, my kingdom for a horse that isn't contrary. Well, it sounds like each you need some coffee. Antonok, Rivali, you coffee drinkers? Horses are good about continuing along the path. So you can turn and look at what you're riding by. You can turn and shoot something and the horse will stay on the path, mostly. Also really good for running things down. I don't think he knew what hit him. He had no idea we were right there. Bombs away! Nothing. Something flew off into the water, but oh well. You didn't get to bed until 7 this morning. What the heck? What's that about? I don't want to bomb my horse. You can injure and even kill your horse. But if that's far enough away from the horse, it should get the crates without hurting our bud there. Close enough. Wonder if it'll let me pick up this arrow while I'm on horseback, if I get close enough. Not quite. Shit! Horse, no! Horse does not want to go for a swim, and neither does Link. That was just mean. Yeah, let's use this weak guardian spear. Horse does not like being this close to the fight. Psycho, now you need coffee? You didn't need coffee a minute ago, but we got you thinking about it. Break those barrels with the box, too. Fail! We'll be able to get that if we want. You can blow these boxes open with a bomb as well, but why waste unlimited bombs? Why send everything flying? Do the horsey shuffle. Yeah, Rivali, no major tasks right now. I want to make it back to talk to Impa, since we got our first memory. She'll have that that special gift for us. Then I want to go unlock some new parts of the map. Get to a few towers. Might you be? About a year ago, I was walking along the road here at night when I suddenly saw a blinding light in the sky. When my eyes finally adjusted, I found myself looking at a shimmering object floating overhead. Couldn't look away. Next thing I knew, I was bathed in light. Came to, I woke up in bed, covered in sweat. What do you think about that? Sounds like a dream. First I thought it was just a bad dream, but the bed I woke up in wasn't my bed. It was a bed full of liquid in an empty room. And when I looked in the corner, there was a weird glowing device. When I touched the device, I was overwhelmed with a feeling of familiarity. I came to, I was here. What do you think about that? That story sound familiar? Hylian champion? Your story ends here, hero boy. Boy, boy. Those sneaky Yiga clan. They do like their mighty bananas, though. I have a picture of bananas. Psycho, are you liking Elder Scrolls Online? That Yiga clan guy is almost always in this spot. It's the spot I'm thinking of. This is the path. You go to the Great Fairy Fountain from Kakariko, and then you go out the far side and continue down the path. Down the path, you'll end up there, and there will almost always be someone from the Yiga clan. waiting for you. It's not a bad way to farm a decent weapon or two. At the very least, the Yiga clan members will drop a one-handed vicious sickle. They're not bad. Every once in a while, they'll drop some cooler weapons, or maybe later once you've leveled up. There's some quests, pretty meaty quests that involve the Yiga clan, and they're optional. But if you do them, you will come under attack by even more Yiga clan members. Psycho, what do you like? What do you like the most about it? Or just, what do you like about it? I tried it only briefly on console. I didn't manage to get into it at the time. But I didn't really give it a fair shake either. Hello, Rima. Pretty sure we don't have anything we need to level up any gear here. We were here, thought we'd run through. Must have been here near the end of the stream yesterday. The Endura carrots haven't even respawned. Don't really need to take my horse through into to the village, but sometimes I just feel bad about leaving the horse
drinking
somewhere.
that wine too, aren't you? Smoking them tweeds and everything. Wearing the old clothes all half off your ass. What the hell's going on today?
It's a good place to be, Crash. You're at IHOP. You can't see, but Jay is doing only the chat. Hey, Guardian. I will type a hello to you, Crash, in a minute. Rima, welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. Kotla. Mommy's hiding, but I'll find her. Or Kotla. It doesn't exactly start here, but there's a small chain of side quests in Kakariko Village. Kind of focus on Kotla's family. Where's her mom? And anyways, I don't know if we'll sort of unlock that at any point. But it's really kind of sad. Burokasumi! Burokasumi, welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. Huh, see the frames chugging a bit there? That's in-game. 175 hours I played off stream. It was all on the Switch portable. This series of streams is the first time I've ever had it docked, and it does play at a little higher resolution when it's docked, and chugs a little more in a few places. I know we can't afford this yet. We are gonna need 600, 700. We need about 1,800 rupees for the stealth gear. Certainly don't have that. Even though we could sell off some of the materials I'm carrying, I got in the habit of just cooking meat into skewers and selling that. If we go to Hateno Village, we could maybe pick up 2 cores, 2 ancient cores, to go with the one we've already got. Go upgrade the stasis rune. Drills. 1 giant ancient core, 1 regular ancient core. Crash, some of those locations, I know you can't hear me. The 2 spots near the Kakariko. Yes, it comes back there. stasis the bloopy and lock it down? I have no idea. Kithri, Link can be a cross-dresser since the stealth stuff is Sheik's clothes and Sheik being Zelda's alter ego. Well, Link really does get to cross-dress in this game. Very, very pointedly, but it's not the stealth gear that does it. Maybe you already know about that. Kango helped us find that one memory location. I don't think he'll show us, I don't think he'll give a clue to another one until we find him in another spot. You found the gate. I could tell just from the look on your face. There must have been a time when lots of people used the gate. The world sure is fickle, isn't it? Yes, it is. I think that's it for now. He won't give us any more clues. I don't know, we haven't found all his cuckoos yet. The Sheikah tribe has been serving Hyrule's royal family for ages. But after the Great Calamity and the king's death, the Sheikah tribe was split in two. Some became part of the dishonorable Yiga clan, and those fiends are after our beloved leader, Lady Impa. That's why we stand guard every day. We must protect Lady Impa. Cuckoo update. Stay strong, Kato. My little cuckoos, they're probably so scared and lonely. No, I must stay focused. Must fulfill my duties no matter what. Yeah, he'd be a pretty bad guard if he ran off to tend to his cuckoos instead of standing watch. Impa is no spring chicken. Now that you've seen some of the princess's memories, you must have started to remember certain things. Here, I will hand this over to you now, before I forget. Champion's Tunic. One gear piece I never managed to upgrade. Needs a very special item right away, if you're going to upgrade it at all. Equipping it will reveal an enemy's life gauge. I was also hoping there was a full set to go with it, but I don't know if there is. It seemed like the Champion's Tunic, aren't any Champion's Greaves, are there? Just this one piece. This is something of yours that I have been keeping safe by request of the princess. This clothing was specially made for you when you became a champion. Please handle it with care. By the way, how are you faring thus far? Ah, I see. So you've gained the power of Mipha. I thank you for freeing one of the divine beasts from Calamity Ganon's control, but there are others still. Mipha's power is that of healing. It will aid you when your strength has been exhausted. Still, the divine beast Vamedo remains. That one was controlled by Rivali of the Rito. Divine beast Vadnaboris also remains. That one was controlled by Urbosa of the Gerudo. Divine beast Varudanya also remains. That one was controlled by Daruk of the Gorons. You should be able to find the general location of any remaining divine beasts on your map. You are Princess Zelda's only hope, and Hyrule's as well. Cannot turn back now. Follow your heart and seize your destiny. My voice did get a little taxed after the longer stream yesterday, and I don't want to wear it out today. I'm not going to stop and read everything I come across, but there are a lot of books laying around in people's homes, other places. Some of them have clues to quests. Some of them just have flavor rumors. Some of them have recipes, things to cook. Yeah, Rex, you need a very special dragon scale. I think it's a scale to upgrade the tunic. And we haven't encountered any of those yet. What's up, Future? Future Sickness. How you doing? What's good? What's good? Saturday's good. The Earth is good. Link is good. Cuckoos are good. Stealing apples is good. Oh, there's different kinds of armor? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There are about... if you don't count stuff you get from amiibo little statuettes, some of those can give you armor pieces that only come from amiibos. But in the game itself, there are 10 or 12 different sets of armor. And generally, if you have all 3 pieces of a set, like this Zora set, and you have them upgraded at least twice, most gear can be upgraded to 4 stars. But if you have them upgraded at least twice and you have 3 pieces in a set, they have set bonuses as well. So there's gear that helps you climb, gear that helps you swim, gear for cold weather, warm weather, gear to prevent you from spontaneously combusting around Death Mountain, gear for stealthing at night. There's armor pieces to blend in with monsters. There's all kinds of stuff. Hey, Misbehave. Happy Saturday and Earth Day to you. How are you doing? Thank you for the host. Misbehave says, how's the neck holding up? Hey, Jay in chat. The neck is holding up all right. I think the neck's healing well. My throat is a little irritated and upset lately, but I think the neck's healing well. Still need to be patient for a long time yet. That's not so easy to do. How are you? Now that we picked up that champion's tunic, which is cool because it shows you not just the enemy's health bar, but it actually puts a number next to it. You can see out of how much health total the enemy has left. It can be very useful for figuring out the kind of damage you do, elemental weapons, and whatnot else. Let your voice take a break. Easier said than done, Rex. Easier said than done. Head to knock. Why couldn't Link just swim in lava naked like a normal hero? I know, right? Why not? Nice. Misbehave. Only 2 weeks left of treatments. That is really exciting. That must be really exciting. Counting down the days, I bet you are. Counting down the hours. You got any particular plans for when you're done with treatments? Going to Disneyland? Going out to dinner? Where are we going? Where should we head? This might have been a shrine, or it might have been a tower that I had marked. Let's, rip. The map keeps track of the last place you died. Is that really the last place I died? Can't be right. Let's fast travel to the Akala Tower and look out over some of this space here and see where we want to head to. If this is another tower, let's go there. In fact, I'd really like to unlock a few of these map sections today. I don't think we'll go after another Divine Beast till one of the upcoming streams. But let's call today an exploration and gearing up day. Oh, yes. You know, I wasn't even thinking of that. But I have read, I've heard from people who've been through it, just how messed up food tastes with that sort of treatment. And I bet you're waiting for food to taste normal again. What are you going to eat when it tastes normal? What is going to be your sweet treat? Or what? Hey, Justice Strikes Auto Hosting. Missed that. Thank you, Justice. Hello, Rango. Hello. Oh, man. It's raining and it's cold. Look at Link. Link is not happy. That is one frigid Hylian. The warm doublet, even though it has cold resist, is not part of a set. You cannot upgrade it to be a better piece of armor. It's just a single one defense warm doublet. There is a proper set for dealing with cold weather armor that can be upgraded normally. I think you can buy that in the Rito village. You have Death Mountain. Oh, wait. We got 2 shrines right down here. Got 2 shrines right here. One of them was that green one. And it's near a stable. Every stable has a shrine right near it. Stables they have an inn you can rest. Beetle, the wandering salesman, will show up at any stable that you go to. They're not really quest hubs, even though they sometimes have some side quests that you can pick up there. But just like every village and every town has a shrine in it or very near it, so you can fast travel, so does every stable, if you see that structure off in the distance. Yeah, Rito armor is full cold resist, stuffed with layers of Rito feathers for warmth. I hope those were humanely gathered. The tower. Let's see if we can float all the way down to that shrine, so we don't have to climb up any rocks in the bad weather. Then we'll either head to the stable or backtrack to that shrine. I do want to get some extra heart containers today. If we could get through 8 or 12 shrines today, that would be great. And then maybe in the next stream, maybe we'll be able to get a few more and go after the Master Sword. Yeah, the Snow Quill, is that the name of that set? Snow Quill set? It does look good. It does look good. What's the red laser going across the sky? Can you see the elephant's trunk off in the distance? The divine beast that we freed yesterday has trained its beam on Hyrule Castle. I need some extra stamina. We're not going to make it. And it's waiting for the time when we go take on Ganon. And if we free the other 3 divine beasts, they too will train their beams on Hyrule Castle. Come on! Oh! No! Shit! No! Bye, Link. Bye, Link. Don't be stingy, Jay. I took the half wheel of stamina. Bye, Link. Oh. Take 2. Promise I won't be so stingy this time. Whoopsie daisy. That was a pretty good death. Worth the highlight. Hey, air showboat. How you doing? That was worth it. That was worth it. I wish you could let go of the analog stick while floating and continue to go in some direction. Instead, you'll just stop moving and keep using stamina. It'd be nice to be able to look around a little more freely. So what I did last time was I don't know, which one did I eat? Looks like it's gone here. One which looked like it only had a partial wheel. Oh, it's still consumed. It didn't load a save, it just put me back on shore. So the consumable that I had used is still gone. Alright. Showboat, I love it. I love it. Before deciding to stream it, it was my in recovery from surgery game. And I played through the game, finished it just a week ago, off stream in 175 hours or more. This is my game of the year, unless something steals the show, and I don't know what would. It's a bloody brilliant game. And we're eating ostrich tonight. Raw bird thigh. High quality piece of meat. Hard to come by. Not that hard to come by. How have you been doing here, Showboat? Last of Us 2, but it's not coming this year. That's the thing. There's no way. I'd be shocked if they end up getting that released this year. I don't even think they're trying to get it released this year. I hope they take their time. I've heard great things about Horizon. Antonok, I got it installed. It is ready to go. Horizon might be the game we play after Zelda, or maybe something smaller and not open worldish, and then Horizon, but we're definitely going to play Horizon. I'm glad to hear that. 55 hours into it. So feel like you've got a lot ahead, or have you done a lot of questing? Are you pushing ahead with the main storyline? Except for the, oh, I guess it was the same one, Divine Beast Varuta in the Zora domain. Except for that one, I didn't even go after the other Divine Beasts until, had 150 hours in the game. And I decided to move on with the plot. Metal makes a path. Jill Claire hosting the stream. Thank you for the host, Claire. Welcome out there. Ah, Nick, you know what? I was reading your comments without realizing that you were there. Howdy, Nick. I will. Rima, I think the Switch is a lot of fun. I'm really impressed, Rima, with the Switch as a system. It's obviously not a lot of power, but it's really a tight package. I guess there's no reason to demo it here, but I love that it suspends instantly and effectively. Just turn it off, turn it back on, right where you left off. I think it's going to be a brilliant little system. Looking forward to Mario Kart. Not that I don't have any bomb arrows to waste. So much for that. How are we going to break those rocks without bomb arrow? We could catch one of these metal balls. Maybe we could use it. I don't think I'm going to be able to grab this ball as it falls. We might have to get up there to grab it. I want to try one more time. In case it's possible to grab it before it hits the lava. Challenge me to a Mario Kart game when it comes out. I'd be up for that. It's possible, though. I don't know if it's set in stone yet, but it sounds like We might drop in here. Fort Collins here in about a week. He brings his Switch, and if Mario Kart arrives in time, maybe we'll do a special stream or two. You can't really throw bombs up. Still goes forward in an arc. But hopefully if I can grab one of those metal balls, maybe I can break the rocks with that. No good. How's the handheld mode? It was excellent for me. That's how I played the entire game. I didn't play docked at all, Ringo. Okay, you're mine now. Mine now. Even block those other heavy stone balls. This one, will I be able to break those rocks on the roof with this? I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna work. And there's a chest. I think it's the only thing up there. Sweet. Ruby. Ruby red. Oh, shit! I thought there was something up there, like a platform with the chest, like the other one that had... No, never mind. Wait, there is! It's on that one, though. I went up the wrong one. Come to me. Or is this where the metal one came from originally? It might be, with nothing falling down here right now. You stay. Don't move. What do you think of the weapon degrading? It's obviously not fun to have your weapon break in the middle of a fight, but what I've found is that with a little bit of conscious, willing flexibility to use different weapons. If you're dead set on picking one favorite weapon, you just want to play with that weapon the whole time, you're going to get burned because you can't. They do break. But as long as you can be flexible enough to enjoy fighting with different types of weapons, really not hard to build up your inventory space, get more slots for weapons, and there are tons of good weapons. There really are. There are plenty of weapons, and if you somehow break all the weapons you have, there are static spawns in the world where you can pick up good weapons. You take note of a few places where a few good weapons lay around, and if you really get in a pinch, you can just go there and pick another one up. Eventually, you can get your house, you can stash a few weapons there, just 3. But champion weapons like the light scale trident and some better ones, those can be remade if you break them. Eventually, Link gets the Master Sword, which will sort of break, but then it'll recharge in 10 minutes, and you can use it again. I think there are plenty of weapons, and once you start seeing more elemental weapons, higher tier weapons, once you get more powerful, had enough blood moons for things to respawn and get more powerful, the enemies will start dropping weapons that might have been low damage, but they're all boosted up one way or another. I think there's plenty of weapons in the game. Even though it's a little irritating to have them break mid-combat and be so fragile, they're certainly not rare. So what do I want to drop for this? Do I want to drop this 8-fold blade? Do I want to drop nothing? We could just mark this shrine and come back if we want to pick up a sword later. Why not? Let's just do that. Just mark this shrine we're in. Just get the cursor to stop snapping to it for a second. Put a little weapon stamp next to shrines, which have a weapon I haven't collected yet. Yes, Crash. We're seeing you just fine. You're doing alright with the weapon durability? What sword was in the chest? I think it was a Knight's Claymore? The 26 damage Knight's Claymore? Oh, not a bad weapon at all. Use this metal ball to block for us as we go up the path. The cairn. You can fix rusty weapons into regular ones at Octoroks. I forgot about that. Yeah, there are Octoroks who will suck in all the air around them. And if you pick up a rusty weapon and you let it suck in that rusty weapon, it'll spit it back out as a nice shiny weapon. Some of those rusty weapons probably are hiding really nice blades, too. Glad you mentioned that. Hello, by the way. It was giving you a royal broadsword with 36 damage. I might have looked at it too quickly if it was a 36 damage broadsword. I'm not sure how static some of those shrine drops are. Yeah, that's, yeah, there's not much I can do about that. I can't singularly start communicating in chat with someone who can't hear the stream, you know, a little bit, but I can't double all the, I can't say things and then double them all into chat. That just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Right, if you cannot hear the stream, you are going to miss things. No, it's not that. You can see and can hear me. All right. Well, if you can see and hear me, then we should be good. We should be good. But I'm not sure which comments I missed. I know I missed things in chat. I certainly don't see everything. Are we just doing shrines today? That's maybe the comment I really missed. Or do you have major goal? No major goal today. No, that is some stuff I was talking about when you could not hear the stream crash. I just want to explore. I want to open up some towers in some new areas. I want to hit up a bunch of shrines, try and get a few more heart containers, so maybe in the next stream we can get enough to go after the Master Sword. But yeah, it's hard for me to double all the comments down into chat, so I'm not trying to do that. Everybody's feeling pretty chatty today, it seems. So the faster chat moves, the more likely I am to miss things. DeCairn, a lot of weapons are based on your progress. If you're further along, they'll drop better weapons. That's how it seemed to me too. More progress you make, the more everything across the land starts dropping better weapons. I don't have enough arrows to start firing like crazy. I think that other shrine I wanted to visit was around this rock face, though. Head that way. Use slow motion on the chat, Jay. What's up, Densa? Rex, I believe the number is 13. 13 hearts. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely that Nintendo's trying to make a. They've had success with all their portable systems before, but that they're trying to enter the mainstream. I don't want to say console war, but that they're trying to make larger games more portable. Kind of trying to unify that. It's a very neat idea, and we'll see how well the Switch does over time. But I think I understand what you were saying, Rima. Nintendo's going for something you can take with you. Being able to take that home game with you. And not just stuck with portable versions of similar games. Don't forget to bust up the heads. What did they drop? Soldier's Claymore, huh? Claymores are two-handed weapons like this one. Knight's Claymore. Soldier's Claymore, probably the, I don't know what the base damage on it is. Could drop something and find out, though. That soldier's claymore is 20 damage, two-hand weapon. Oh, I already had one, didn't I? Soldier's claymore. Yeah, why not? I don't know. I don't have a preference for two-handed weapons over one-handed weapons. I kind of like the speed of one-handed weapons. But, okay, we got plenty of whatever. What games do you want on the Switch? I would like to see some Final Fantasy games on the Switch. Some of the classics. I know they've released them on every system, and a lot of us have bought them time and time again. But, it is going to take a while on foot to try to get to that shrine. I'm popping back up to the Akala Tower so I can just swoop down on it. Yellow circle of stamina does not get used until the green circles are gone. Yeah, so kind of like temporary hearts that are yellow. They will stay there until it's used. It won't time out or anything. But I don't usually try to get a couple extra wheels of stamina. You gotta stack a lot of Endura items to do that. And I'd usually rather cook a single Endura item just to get a full stamina heal. I'll invest in stamina containers, try to get a second ring of stamina, maybe even part of a third, and then use those single Endura item cooks to refill it all. I wish we had better ingredients. Look at it. It's 11:30, and the blood moon, wherever it is, the blood moon is rising. Ah, what a bummer. What a bummer. I don't really have good materials for cooking. If I had a stack of mighty fish or more than a few Endura items, we could warp to a cook pot and get a bunch of critical successes cooking. And it might still be worth it, but what would I even cook? It's a bad moon rising. Hardy lizard. I have a couple hardy radishes. Just a couple. Well, let's do it anyways. Just kind of make a point of it. The one cook pot that's right near a shrine that I can think of is the one in Zora's Domain. We'll come back here in a minute. Star Fox. Star Fox Animal Crossing Pokemon. Yeah, I didn't play the Star Fox on Wii U, but it's dependent in some places on motion controls, right? I don't know how I feel about that. How do you know if it's a blood moon? There's an audio cue, and there's little red bits floating in the sky after about 11:30. And if you're looking at the right point in the sky, you can actually see the red blood moon starting to rise. But as soon as Link spawns here, look in the air. There's little red sparklies in the air. There's a cook pot right here. So let's see if we can manage a few good cooks. Hardy Truffle by itself will only give one bonus heart, one yellow heart on top of a full heal. But during a blood moon, we'll get a critical success. That's the noise for a critical success. So instead of one extra heart, we get two. It's not a huge boost there. Still worth it, though. So you get up until the blood moon, and then you get like half an hour more in-game time. What I really hope for in these critical cooks, and I don't have the ingredients for it, is to make those third-tier damage buffs with like 4 mighty fish and some rice. And there's a chance that what you get in a critical success is instead of 4 minutes 20 seconds, you get 9 minutes. That's what I really want.
Blood moon rises once again. Please be careful.
Where are you on the map? The map, where you are on the map has nothing to do with the blood moon, but we're over, I just warped from the Akala Tower down to Zora's Domain. but the blood moon affects the entire map at the same time. So, Staminoka Bass will make a nice stamina refill, but it won't do the overfilling. So it's pointless for me. I only have 1 ring of stamina and a tiny little bit. No point in cooking with Staminoka Bass right now. Cook with monster parts, warm and fuzzy. Let's cook with monster parts here. See if we can get some extra time out of cold resist buff. 11 minutes. It's only a 1 tier. Is it even possible with those butterflies to get a 2nd tier cold resistance? What if we used 3 of those and 2 talons? How would that change the result? Okay, extra monster part, 2nd tier, in 11 minutes. That was sweet. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Try with our last 2. I'm guessing this will be a 1st tier again. All right, 3 Lizalfos talons. We got a lot of extra time, but it's just 1st tier still. Before the blood moon is totally gone, what else can we squeeze in here? Get a long-lasting speed boost out of something? Health buff. I don't want to use these hightail lizards. We need those now for upgrading gear. Ready. Well, that's the speed boost, yeah. And then tireless frogs. I think I'm gonna save those. I'm gonna use safer items for cooking that I know we won't need for gear upgrades. Best I can. Restless cricket, stamina recovery. Just use these last 2 hardy radishes and still getting criticals, yes. +4. I get lost in this. It's good to find a couple recipes you like to make and can get the ingredients for regularly and make those often. Unless you just want to sit there and experiment with cooking, which you can do to no end. Yeah, there's so much stuff you can cook. Make some meat skewers to sell at the vendor. Would usually take 5, wait for 5 gourmet, and separately wait for 5 prime and make those into skewers. I know what those sell for. What if we mix them? We'll still get a meat skewer, but I don't know what the sale price will be. Hey, Void, what's up? Welcome, welcome. 24 hearts. Only I had that many hearts. $13 hearts. Be good for now. The blood moon is, well, it's 12:10. It's actually not quite over. 12:15. Is that when it ends? 12:15.
Hi.
Good evening. Do you need me for something? I want to sell. Sell, sell. $120. Those mixed meat skewers, $330. Not nearly as good as 5 gourmets will sell for about $490, and 5 raw primes will sell for $200 and something. But if we go to Hateno, can you help me find the person who sells ancient cores? 'Cause if I can afford 2 ancient cores, I will blow all my rupees on that. So we have a total of 3, and we can go upgrade stasis. There's an NPC that buys the raw gourmet meat for 100 a pop. So that is better, but it's only a tiny bit better. Because if you can cook 5 raw gourmet and sell it for 490, or sell them raw for 100 a pop and you get 500, 490, 500, it's different. It's a little bit more, but it's not a lot more. There's also an NPC in Goron City, actually a Gerudo who wanders around Goron City, who will buy gems for more than they are worth in other places. But it's just a small difference. It's not a huge difference. I will usually also sell, even though it doesn't get you much, I will sell the random bits of already cooked meat and fish that you find crates or near enemy camps. Eventually I'll carry so much food and elixir that I've made that I want to use that I'll have my 3 pages, 4 pages of food full. Won't be able to hold anymore. So I don't want to be bogged down by... That's a pretty weak mighty elixir. We were given that by an NPC. So I don't want to be full of low-grade healing items. Food category. But there, we've got plenty of heals. We've got some stamina refills. We've got some speed buffs. We've got some cold resistance. A little bit of electric resist. Some defense buffs. I think we're okay for now. Alright, so who knows where the NPC that I think Rivali was talking about in Hateno is? Let's jump down to Hateno Village. If you do a lot of adventuring in the snow, especially once you have the snow quill gear and you can just wander around in the snow, a lot of the animals in the snowfields will give gourmet and raw prime meat, sometimes 2 or 3 at a time. I had heard that, Rima, that Call of Duty's going back to World War II. Fabulous'n. How many nut boys have you found so far? On my first playthrough, I only found about 200 and some out of 900. I only found about 200. And at the very end there, I was even using a guide to find some. This game, this playthrough, 40? Maybe less. It was a traveling NPC that came late at night. Well, guess what? It is late at night right now. Let's see if we can find a traveling NPC. Talk to this guy who's leaving town just in case it's him. Hello. Ancient core, he even said it. Spot on, thank you, Rivali. The name's Telly. I'm a bit of a treasure hunter, if you get my drift. You want to know what I do with all the Guardian parts I find? There's a gentleman who works at the Akala Ancient Tech Lab. He never turns down the parts I bring him. Hey, hang on a minute. You don't suppose he's actually repairing the Guardians, do you? Hey, question for you. Do you have any interest in Guardian parts? I do. But no, he doesn't have cores. Maybe at another time he'd have cores, but he does not have cores right now. Ah, bummer. I guess not. For now, farewell. Well, let's remember his name, Telly, coming through at night. That'll be good to remember. Let's see, it's the middle of the night, so we can't start the weapon connoisseur quest. One of the kids who lives in this house runs around his brother or sister. Fortunately, we can't wake him up. But this kid right here, he has a side quest. And we'll give you a bunch of rupees to show him certain weapons. Fortunately, waking up Neb is not an option. He sleeps in too. We go rest at the fire outside until morning. I don't think he'll be running around in town. It'll be like 6 o'clock. He'll still be in bed. But if we rest until noon, I think we can find him running around. Yeah, we could go kill some guardians. Farm the static guardians. You parried all of them and got some cores. Cool. We could try that. There's some static ones back up on the plateau where we started. There's one up by the Ancient Akala Tech Lab. There's Neb and his sister running around. Hey, you kid! Hey! Hey, mister! Did you come from the big wide world? You look like you're good with a bow and a sword, so you must be pretty strong. Are you strong or what? Roar! I bet you can use all sorts of different weapons, right? So, do you want to help a kid's dream come true? My Gramps is dead now. But when he was alive, he loved weapons. We never got to see all the ones he wanted. So you bring me weapons and show them to me, and then I can tell Gramps about them when I meet him again. Ooh. Yeah, I knew you'd do it. Where should we start? Have you heard of the Traveler's Sword? I've seen it in books, but never in real life before. If you find it, please let me see it. So I know where we can pick up a Traveler's Sword. Laying in the water in Kakariko Village, but we don't need to do that right now. We picked up the quest. We can do it when it makes more sense. And if I had more flint, I would go in and dye the outfits I have right now. I would dye them black, but I don't have enough flint, and I don't want to waste truffles. Void, I'm doing well today. Man, I'm doing well. Feeling pretty good. Body's feeling pretty good. Throat's a little raw, I think, from long stream yesterday. All right, back where we were going. I want to clear out this shrine. I'd like to get a couple heart containers today, so we gotta dig into a couple shrines. Well, Crash, did you see the one I finally managed to parry a Guardian Beam yesterday? It was one of the, not the scouts. What do they call the ones that are standing still? Anyways, the ones without legs don't move, and I was only about 10 or 15 feet away from it. Worked out. I would imagine parrying over a greater distance would be harder, because they flash, and then it takes the beam part of a second to get to you. Wouldn't that create an issue for timing? You find the audio cue easier? How do you mean? What part of the audio cue? Timing those parries. Loud pitch squeal. All right, I'll try and pay attention to that as well next one we run into. The Kasho Shrine. Oh, we're also 2 hours into the stream. Let me take a break instead of going over there. Let me take a break, and then we'll head into that shrine. Queue up a couple songs. Yesterday. Style. All right. I'll meet you back in about 8 or 9 minutes. Go stretch your legs. grab a drink, hug something furry or scaly. I'll see you soon.